Doug NBA back with another video. So, guys, these are the type of stories I can't stand. You see this guy right here? Yale student going to school for neuroscience, slept with a woman. She falsely accused him. He got kicked out of school, had his whole life ruined, went to court, criminal court, got acquitted of all charges, and was left to pick up the pieces of his life. Well, he's suing Yale for $100 million, and the Connecticut Supreme Court found that he could sue his accuser for defamation as well. Progress, guys. This is what I'm talking about. Because women that do this type of thing have to know that there are going to be consequences. This article said, former Yale student acquitted of SA in 2018 has been cleared to sue his accuser. Before we get into this video, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. It shows you support me, what I'm doing over here. And let's see what's going on with this young man here. It says, the former Yale student who was acquitted of, bad things to a woman in 2018, but later ousted from the Ivy League institution, can sue his accuser for defamation over statements she made during a school hearing. The Connecticut Supreme Court ruled this summer. Progress, guys, progress. Saifullah Khan, 30, has had a $110 million defamation lawsuit pending against the Ivy League school institution since 2019. Khan has been fighting to bring his accuser, a fellow student, into the suit over a 2018 university hearing that eventually resulted in his expulsion. I hope he gets every single penny of that, because his promising young career in neuroscience, he could have been a neurosurgeon for all we know, making $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year. But his name will forever be associated with these accusations. I hope he gets every single penny, and I hope he gets every single penny of his accuser too. I hope he gets everything he's owed. Connecticut's High Court granted Khan's request in June. The court ruled that the accuser shouldn't receive qualified immunity from her school testimony that Khan did bad things to her following a Halloween party back in 2015. Guys, this is 2023 now. Imagine all this time he's had to suffer. Qualified immunity protects people from being sued for statements that they make in judicial cases or quasi-judicial cases. So her school testimony up until this point was considered a judicial case or a quasi-judicial case. Yeah, well, apparently to the Connecticut Supreme Court, a school testimony isn't anymore. But the High Court said the university's hearing wasn't a stand-in court proceeding, since Khan wasn't given the opportunity to cross-examine the accuser. Boom, there it is. For absolute immunity to apply under Connecticut law, the June decision says fundamental fairness requires meaningful cross-examination in proceedings like the one at issue. So apparently, she was in one room giving her whole testimony, and him and his lawyer were in the other. So this is him right here. During the hearing, Khan's team listened to the woman's testimony from a separate room and never got the opportunity to question her. The court ruling said this left his defense attorney to act as a potted plant. So, yeah, so all he can sit there is just listen to her lie. The court also said that the Yale hearing couldn't be considered quasi-judicial because it didn't make the woman testify under oath. So she didn't even testify under oath, you guys, and didn't provide Khan's side with a transcript of the testimony. Khan, a native of Afghanistan, started attending the school on a full scholarship in 2012 and majored in neuroscience. Guys, this is why, if you're of college age, guys, and you're watching this, you gotta stay away from women, guys. Keep your head down, go to your classes, do your homework, play video games. Because it's not worth it. This whole guy's life is ruined. It's crazy. So that's his lawyer. His education was completely derailed after the allegations in which the 21-year-old acquaintance claimed that he took advantage of her when she was extremely drunk following an off-campus Halloween costume party. At trial, Khan's lawyers argued the encounter was consensual. And there we go with the whole, the R word is any sexual activity without consent. Odds are he was drunk too. So if he was drunk and she was drunk, let's say hypothetically, how can it become a consent thing? Because technically, he couldn't have given consent either. I'm telling you, the system is skewed towards women, guys. Only way to avoid this is to not is to not be put there in the first place by these women. Khan was suspended from classes amid the allegations and then returned to school after his 2018 acquittal, despite widespread opposition to his return, including a petition with 78,000 signatures. So he was acquitted of charges, and they signed a petition for him not to go. He was ultimately kicked out of the school in 2019. Khan's lawyer, Norm Pattis, said, "We are delighted and look forward to the trial. I look forward to it, too." The accuser's lawyers didn't immediately return a request for comment Sunday. Guys, I'm going to be following this story because I hope he gets every single penny he's owed. There's no excuse for this. None. He shouldn't have been. He shouldn't have gone to trial in the first place, and he did, and he was acquitted, guys. Acquitted of all charges. His life should have been allowed to go back to normal, but it wasn't. So Yale, it's gonna cost you, and his accuser, it's gonna cost you too. Anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comments. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.